Good evening, everyone. It is Tuesday, November the 4th, and I'm Chris Allen here with your 270 weather. Weather for the 270 area code and beyond. And yes, we'll get to the weather in just a moment, but if you have not heard, you see it on the headlines down at the bottom of your screen. The breaking news is that UPS MD-11 plane, which was carrying three passengers and a big load of cargo and just had fueled up at Louisville International Muhammad Ali Airport in Louisville this afternoon, early this evening, crashed on takeoff. And it is now putting out some toxic fumes around the airport, but also much of Jefferson County, Kentucky, the metro Louisville area, is on a shelter in place order because of the toxic plume of smoke coming from the fire from the crash. From everything that I've seen so far in checking various news sources, including our own at News 40, and through NBC and CBS and CNN, and through some of the Louisville television stations and media outlets, it looks to me like when the plane was about to take off there at Standiford Field, it was something was on fire, and it just, the plane could not completely lift. That's just my assumption, is that it looks like it was taking off and then it just could not gain altitude. And when it crashed into several buildings and also some fuel storage units that were on the ground there at the Louisville airport. Now, again, nothing confirmed on fatalities or casualties, but we do know that there were three UPS workers on board of that MD-11. That's the plane that crashed on takeoff just an hour and a half ago or so in Louisville. So we have the full story on WNKY.com and on the WNKY News app. And of course, all the networks are picking it up as a story, and it's just, it's just one of those things that, wow, we just hate to hear about. I do want to show you this. This is a radar image that came in around a little after 5 p.m., 5:13. And it clearly shows the plume of smoke, and you can see it very well from the crash site. Let me pull some of these graphics out of the way here. So there is, this is SDF, Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport, and there is the crash site. And with the plane being right there as it was taking off, the plume of smoke and toxins. There are a number of toxins in the air in the metro Louisville area, are in the atmosphere. The winds are coming in from the south. And with the winds even light from the south right now, that is why you're seeing that plume going north. But yeah, it's just pretty serious, And MD-11 is a big, big plane. And, of course, to carry cargo, obviously. Well, I was trying to get a camera to come up for that, but they've got it blocked. And I'd say for obvious reasons. we do know that it's not due to weather. Something else happened. We don't know what, but something happened to cause that plane crash there in Louisville. So there you see the evidence. And if you peruse social media, you'll see even some video of the crash itself and just the fireball that came up out of that incredible crash, because since it didn't take off, it was running out of runway, it looks like, and could not get lift. And so it just, when it crashed, it just kept going, and it ran into a number of buildings, some of the parking lot there at Louisville International, and some of the storage tanks that were holding all that jet fuel. And so just a big, big plume of smoke. And there it is on the radar being detected this afternoon. Tragic, tragic story. And of course, we'll get confirmation and follow up on this on WNKY.com and on the WNKY News app for the latest. Okay, I wanted to bring you up to date on that and bring you up to date on the weather, which in which we saw a high today at 70 here in Bowling Green, 6 degrees warmer than the normal of 64. And then we had a low of 37 this morning. No precipitation, of course, past 24 hours. As we go back to the radar, I want to do an update here on the radar itself and zoom back out. Look at that. There's that plume. And then, of course, the southerly winds carrying that plume off to the north. We'll switch, go to the Nashville radar. And, of course, here we see nothing that's been occurring as far as rain or anything else in southern Kentucky and much of the 270. Satellite view showing just a few high drifting clouds around the area, but not much more than that. Just seeing those scattered clouds, and we'll continue to see those as we go through this evening. Looking at now the Kentucky mesonet sites, and we'll review the here and now and what took place today. Chilly right now in Burkesville at 38 in Cumberland County, but it's 49 at the Corvette plant, but 54 at Western's Ag Expo Center. Many of you are in the 50s right now, except for Burkesville. There were highs today right at 70, upper 60s to near 70 degrees. And we started this morning with temperatures right about freezing or just a little bit above that. Winds today have been from the south. And again, this is why you saw that plume of smoke going north, because from the site of the airport where the plane crashed, the southerly winds are taking those toxins and the jet fuel cloud, if you will, to the north. So the winds will continue to carry those toxins to the north, and that's why Louisville has that shelter-in-place order going on right now. Let's look ahead to the possibility of rain, and I'm still looking at that possible rain coming in. In fact, it looks a little more likely on Friday. Friday looks to be a rainy, windy day, possibly even stormy. There's some indication that there will be enough low-level jet energy to produce some gusty winds with thunderstorms. Even a little bit of turning of some of those storms. Not to say that there's necessarily going to be a tornado threat. If there is, it would be very low. I think for the most part, what we're going to see on Friday is going to be a gusty thunderstorm setup. But I do think this time there will be storms, lightning and thunder with the rain. Last couple of times we didn't have that. but I think we will this time. Here is a look at the current maps, and we'll go step by step. Here is right now with the warm air that we've had today and the milder air that we're going to have tonight. Tonight is not going to be as chilly. It's not going to be in the 30s. It's going to be in the 40s. And there's even a little bit of a breeze that is going to continue. It will certainly be breezy as we get into Wednesday with the advent of this dry front that is going to come through. It's really not going to do anything. There's high pressure to the east and high pressure to the west. And because of that, this front is void of any rain. Here we go into Thursday, Friday. Now we start to get into a warm sector in between low pressure system over the Great Lakes, warm front out to the east, cold front to the west, and another low pressure system over Oklahoma. So in between all of that, we're in the perfect area to be set up for a few showers and thunderstorms as we head into Friday morning, even Friday afternoon and evening. Here is Saturday morning. The front moves away and the showers were gone. So if you have plans on Saturday, it looks dry. Shower activity will be out of here. But here come two backdoor cold fronts. One will usher in some cooler air with showers Sunday morning. It's this second front that will shut off the showers, but it will bring some gusty north winds. And the first real shot of Arctic air as we head into Sunday night into Monday. Oh, look at this. Wow, they've expanded the area. This is all snow. The blue is all snow. Eastern Kentucky, and then a mixture, as you see there in the higher elevations. It doesn't show anything here, but there is a very, very small possibility that somebody in the eastern sections of the 270 and maybe in the 606, you might see something as far as a snowflake. Say Sunday night, early Monday morning, as this system passes off to the east. Yeah, I think it's going to be cold enough, as you'll soon see. But of course, whatever hits the ground is not going to stick unless you're in the really higher elevations of the Appalachian Mountain Chain, the Cumberland Plateau, the Smokies maybe, Blue Ridge. Yeah. And then here's Tuesday. Things are still quietly cold. Cold. Yes, cold. It is going to be cold. As you can see here, here's a look at the model blender. And we're looking at 70 to 72 tomorrow. Then we go back into the 60s Thursday. Here comes that big cold front on Friday with showers and thunderstorms back into the low 70s, windy. We cool off Saturday, but here comes the first of those two Arctic fronts. The first one on Sunday will only allow us, look at this, we go 68, 42, then only to 50 on Sunday. Then we go from 50 to 27. That would be a hard freeze Monday morning. And if there's any leftover moisture, that's where some of us could see a few flurries or snowflakes. But again, no accumulation or impact anticipated. Look how warm we get, or cold, I should say, we get on Monday, next Monday. We're only looking for a high of 44, then a low of 25 with another hard freeze for Monday night into Tuesday morning. After that, we see some moderation into the 50s and eventually into the 60s by the end of next week. But if you're looking for cold air, it is certainly coming. No doubt about that. And you know, with the cold air, you're going to need some heat. So why not call R&R Controls and let them get you set up with some heat, because it's going to get cold. I've proven it to you. The forecast is telling you it's coming. Now, today is Tuesday, and the day is over. Tomorrow, you've got Wednesday, you've got Thursday and Friday for the folks of R&R, if they can squeeze you in, to come out and take a look at your HVAC unit and see if it's going to be up to par on this sub-freezing few nights that we're going to get next week. Below freezing. Hard freeze. If you're not sure, then you need to either call R&R Controls, or you need to go to their website right there, rnrhvac.com, rnrhvac.com, or above that, above their logo, you can call the number 270-777-2024. Easy number to remember, 270-777-2024. Or rnrhvac.com, because with R&R Controls, you'll never be without heating, cooling, generator power, whatever you need to keep going. Okay, that'll do it for this Tuesday evening. Again, on a somber note, because of the tragic airplane crash, Louisville International Airport. It's been a tough afternoon up there. So prayers, thoughts going out to UPS and to the people in Metro Louisville and Jefferson County. We'll know more probably as the night wears on, and most likely tomorrow morning we will have the very latest that we know to tell you on News 40 Sunrise at 6 a.m. and then again at 9 and noon. In the meantime, God bless you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.